Well, I just went to the store and got some propane filled, and my reservoir usually temperature, because this sensor is in the reservoir, so it went down by a little over a half a degree since I turned it on. And usually once I turn it on, it turns on low and then it goes up a degree or two, maybe three, and then I have like what I call my operating range. So then as soon as it heats up to like 21 degrees, I turn it off. Because if it's 21 degrees of the sensor, then the tube is probably a few degrees hotter, but that water's constantly flowing, and so if the reservoir is one temperature, that's pretty much what the tube is. Anyway, so I didn't build this as an active cooler. What I built this is really like I don't know what else to call it, maybe like a thermal battery. So, when this thing's not running, this reservoir is at like a certain temperature, right? So I didn't think that I would be able to actively cool this reservoir with this. Maybe if I left this running to circulate the coolant like it's doing, but I just plugged that in like 20 minutes before I filled it all up with coolant and turned it on and, everything. So, the fact that it's cooled the system down a half a degree in like maybe a half hour is pretty good. But what it is, I could probably turn my pump on, and basically what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to turn the pump on, it'll circulate the coolant and it'll chill it down to a certain temperature, because when this pump is off, it won't, the coolant lines won't move, so it'll just chill. I got 2 gallons of coolant in there as a thermal battery, and 2 gallons of coolant sitting there, and there's going to be a little bit of styrofoam pink board on that to cap that off and thermally seal it. So those two get chilled all the way down to 34 to 50 degrees. I was looking at the specs online. So between those 2 coils and sieving it through, and this thing's going to run 24/7, but this I turn on and off with the water pump. So I'll see whether I can leave the pump on and cool the whole system down and just keep it like that, or whether I should only run the pump when the laser itself is active, so that these can chill all the way down and be like a thermal battery, and then I can send that coolant that's like ambient temperature, it gets chilled down there as much as it can, and then it goes into the tube blast.